Hey, all my brothers, all my sisters, all my kings and queens. What's going on? It's your boy Mtiduzi back with another video. You can tell my mood, I'm a bit, I'd say mellow. Anyways, today is Sunday the 31st of March, last day, 2024. The time, 5 minutes past 5. Yeah, I won't be able to see, but yeah. And as you can see by the topic, I'm getting right into it. All first time viewers, all returning subscribers, shout out for checking me out. So, forgiveness doesn't mean living in peace. Yes. I thought I should come talk about this topic because every week I take a verse out the Bible to memorize, right? I want to memorize the Bible as much as I can. So for this week, which is this Sunday to next Sunday, right, is the verse from Romans 12, verse 18, which says, "If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men." I'm paraphrasing, I don't have my Bibles on me. But yeah, I believe that's the correct verse. That's the King James Version. But yeah, I just want to talk about this. Forgiveness and living in peace are totally different. So I thought of this example, which I'm going to talk about. So recently, me and a certain friend who was a girl, we fell out, right? On my end, right, I had expressed to her that, you know what, I am in the season of forming friendships. I want a friendship with you. And we had gone out multiple times. I think there was like a confusion because when I tell the homies about the story, they always tell me that, the way I was going about it, maybe she thought that I liked her, right? Which I was just truly, it was innocent. I was innocent in this whole thing. Like, I saw her as a friend. But yeah, so what ended up happening is, because she wasn't hitting me up, right? It wasn't 50-50. Felt like I was forcing the friendship. We had went out and I asked her and I was like, yeah, like, what's going on? You still haven't hit me up. Then she kind of explained, but then I had sent her a message, right? Like a couple days after on some, I don't think, we can be friends. Oh, because she said, if God, right? And I'm going to be straight and honest. She's like, if God is telling you that I'm not your friend in this season, so be it. When we are at a certain place, right? Talking. So for me, I'm like, okay, I don't believe in seasonal friends. God speaks to me, but in terms of this situation, right? Like in my own understanding and from my intuition, it was just like, I'm forcing the friendship. It doesn't seem genuine. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to let go. But yeah, I sent her a message on some, tell me what I did wrong so I can improve myself. Yeah, but basically I don't see us as friends, right? And I wished her well. And she didn't reply. So, okay, I was just checking who that is, right? So just two sisters walking. So, the reality is, I've deleted her number and followed her. But now it's like I've forgiven her, right? Because when we talk about forgiveness, in my own understanding, the definition of forgiveness is not holding a grudge against someone for the wrong they have done to you. Forgiveness is me, in this situation, it's me being like, okay, she didn't reply. Next time I see her, or even my thoughts towards her are not angry. Like, I'm not gonna be angry, like, she didn't reply. I'm okay. Like, okay, she chose not to reply. That's the choice she made, like, I don't judge her. Only God knows why she did that. But it is what it is, like, I'm not gonna be angry at her for that. So that in my situation, my example, that's forgiveness for me. But it's crazy. I just come from yesterday, right? So on the 30th, we're at the stadium, Orlando Stadium. It's a stadium here in South Africa. If you know it, yeah, it's in Soweto. And, they were hosting this whole Easter thing. Anyways, yeah, my homie, because I went with another homie, but he originally, he's the reason why I was there, right? He was like, nah, she's here. And for me, it just struck a nerve on some. I don't hate her, I don't have nothing towards her, but like, I can't be in her presence because I feel like it's gonna be fake, right? I feel like there's gonna be this act, in my own opinion. So when he said she's here, I was just like, I feel like he was joking, right? Because I didn't see her, like, our paths didn't meet. But for me, firstly, I understood why they say don't date at the workplace. Because if something happens and you guys end up, falling out, it's gonna be awkward. You see this person every day, it makes things awkward. And it's the same case. So yes, I've forgiven her, but I've realized I don't have it in me. As you know, the word says, as much as lieth in you. And I really praise the word of God, because this is so true. It's like God knows my heart. It's like I don't have it in me to live in peace with her, right? I wish her all the best, prosperous life, She's a believer too, a fellow citizen of the kingdom. So there's no beef really, But at the same time, it's like, rather we don't talk, in my opinion, right? Cause of what you did. If she comes out and apologizes, then things can change. But since she chose to ignore, in my opinion, it's like, okay, I forgive you, but let us not ever talk, right? Let us not be. I don't want to be in the same spaces, right? I don't mind being like in the same, let's say, like how we're at the stadium, right? But I don't want to be like, because we have a close friend group. I won't say close, but I don't want to be there with her because it makes things awkward. And so forgiveness is not living in peace, brothers and sisters. Man, recently, yeah, so there's another girl, right? Hey, and this thing of having girlfriends, for me, it's starting to be tricky, because it seems like all girls I encounter, they don't see me as a friend, right? Like, they don't see the pureness, they don't stick to friendship. But yeah, like, there's a certain girl who I had cutten off. Then I saw her again, right? And normally I choose not to talk, because I don't hate her or anything, but it's just like, I'm not gonna be all jolly with you. You're not my friend, right? And I was like, you know what, I chose to talk, I chose to be open. But at the same time, it's like, I know that I did that because of the situation. Like, she was there. I hate, acting a certain way. Like, let's say I'm nice, then you come, and I don't want to like switch up, if I could say. So yeah, like, I chose to act good, good vibes. But at the same time, like, my decision hasn't changed. Like, yes, I've forgiven you, but I won't live in peace with you. Like, I won't ever invite you out. I won't remember your birthday. I won't buy you anything, because that's what's friendship for me, right? Because one of the brothers, he was like, what more did you get from cutting her off? Because how you guys were talking, that was your friendship. But for me, friendship is deeper. Friendship is remembering you, right? Caring for you. You know, as I say, buying you things, remembering your birthday, taking you out, making sure you're right. So there's a big difference in forgiveness and living in peace. And with me, preferably, like, I take that route of cutting people off. This one just makes sense to me. It's like I don't want, like, if I could say, fake friendships where you know that you guys are not close, but it's like when you see each other, it seems like y'all are all good. Like, for me, I just can't respect that. I remember, yeah, and I remember, there's this one girl. You know, I had run into her walking. I was walking to the shops, and she was with her maybe grandparent. I'm not sure. Maybe grandmom, right? I think it's her grandmom, but she was with her grandmom. Then she came. She gave me a hug, and she was like, "Oh, this is a good friend, Duduzi," you know. But then, you know, I was after this girl, like, not after her, right? Because initially I didn't like her like that, but because of the opportunity and I found her sexually attractive, I was like, you know, why not? Like, I was trying to get it in. But she kept avoiding me, doing the runarounds. So when she had seen me and said, "Ah, this is my good friend," I was like, she's playing games, man. And this is how I feel. It's like, I'm not gonna, like, yeah, if we're not close or anything, I'm not gonna act like we are, right? I'm a believer, I'm a kingdom citizen. I live in love, I live in peace. But you know, there's just a certain aspect of faking that I can't do, right? So it's like, if yesterday I had to be in the presence of that friend or that girl because she's not a friend, it's like, for me, like, I wouldn't have talked much, and it would have made things awkward. But this is how I'm feeling. It's like, I'm not feeling, you know, I've forgiven you, but I'm not feeling, I don't want to live in peace with you, right? So, yeah, man, it's just, there's a difference, brothers and sisters, all my kings and queens. Let it be known, right? You can forgive a lot of people, but just know that you won't live in peace with all people, right? But you know, the Bible also speaks about pursue peace with all men, as well as godliness, or what is it? Righteousness, or I don't know what's the word, but it says, yeah, pursue peace as well as righteousness or godliness, cause without, or holiness, cause without these no man shall see the Lord. So with everyone, I've realized I pursue peace, right? The Bible talks about greet everyone. Like, what reward do you have if you only greet those who greet you back? So, I make an effort to try greet everyone, try accommodate everyone in my daily walk of life. But truth is, you know, some they don't. Some I won't live in peace with, right? They don't greet me back. They don't show effort. Yeah, so it's like, it is what it is, basically. Yeah, I don't live in peace with a lot of people, and I'm okay with this because I know, like, I'd rather have no friends than have fake friends, right? So I don't live in peace with a lot of people, and I'm comfortable with it. Really comfortable. Yeah, and just, there's a difference between forgiving someone and living in peace. Just because I've forgiven you doesn't mean I'll live in peace with you. And just because I don't live in peace with you doesn't mean I have anything towards you. I'm holding a grudge. So yeah, this is knowledge I believe you should know as a brother or sister, and you should use, right? I'm not saying not to live purposefully in peace with anyone without trying, right? I always try, if I could say, be genuine, right? This is, for me, this is what having integrity is, being holy. It's just putting your best foot forward, giving everyone a chance, greeting everyone, being kind. If people take that for granted, cut them off, move on. It's like, yeah, there's another example I want to talk about. I've spoken about this. I'm not sure if I deleted the video. But yeah, there was a homie I had borrowed money. And now this is a good work, but it's something I'm speaking about because, I borrowed money with the intention of getting it back. So he didn't end up giving it back to me. And yeah, like I had told him I'm gonna cut him off, and now he's cut off. I know that when I see him again, he's gonna try be like, all play, but now it's like, I cut you off, you feel me? Like, it is what it is. And yeah, you just have to make it clear and go about your life. Because also in Proverbs 13 verse 20, if I'm not wrong, it tells us that a friend of fools shall be destroyed, right? So yeah, like, make sure, like, yeah, some people, the truth is, there's a verse in the Bible talks about come out from among them and I shall accept you. And also, what fellowship has darkness with light? Do not be equally yoked with unbelievers. So that's how I go about it, right? If you're an unbeliever, yes, I'll treat you with respect, greet you, but I know that for us to form a good friendship, I don't think so. Like, because you don't believe in what I believe in, and I understand influence. It's also like, don't be scared to not live in peace with believers. Recently, just yesterday, I had borrowed another believer, right? And I'm saying believer because from the jump I saw that he's not genuine, right? But yeah, I borrowed him a set of Allen keys, and he's moving out. He was moving out, right? And he's like, don't worry, I'll give them back to you a few minutes. Don't worry, I got you. I'll bring them back now. He left with them, right? He left with a set of Allen keys. And because they were moving, he kept coming back. I was like, should I go out to fetch this thing or remind him? I was like, you know what? Nah, it's cool. Today morning, right? Because this happened yesterday that he left with them. Today morning, I believe he came and he went. So, I had seen from the jump that, man, this guy is not, he's not, everyone can claim Christian believer, but his actions are not genuine. So, I let him leave with it, like I could have fought for it, but, I was like, you know what, do your thing, I'll pray for you, let God take revenge. Because I could have easily, I was imagining, because, you have to constantly fight bad thoughts. But I was like, you know what? Why not go break a window where this house he has just moving out from? So then that will end up, that's my revenge because he'll have to pay, right? And he'll also be surprised. Like, I didn't break no window, only to find there's a broken window. Just from taking my tools, my Allen keys, and this is the thing, is like, these are not even mine. My mom's, basically. So now he puts a bad image on me, and that's what I don't like. But anyways, I leave it to God. Let God take wrath. I pray for those who despitefully use you. So yeah, man, you can forgive a lot of people, and wait, you have to forgive all people. That's what God has called us to. But understand that you won't live in peace with all. And be okay with it. Yeah, it's your boy Mduduzi. I think I've said all I need to say. Pray the Holy Spirit has spoken through me. If you like this video, drop a like. Comment anything you wanna comment down below. Subscribe if you feel led. I'm out. Peace.